Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stephanie Mann. She's going to tell us how to make our city safe. Stephanie is a crime consultant and has been for over 35 years. The author of 5 books, the executive director of Safe Kids Now, and a wealth of wisdom on safety. Hello, Stephanie.
Oh, hi, Rebecca. Good to talk to you again. I just would love to share with people how to make your city safe. And I must say, any city can do this. I don't care how bad the crime rate is. But it takes action, it takes people involved, it takes people willing to take their time. So I thought I would share a story with you about how I got involved. And that goes back to 1969 when we had a crime wave in my community, which was a community of 17,500 people. And it was a suburban community. We did not have a police department. It was a suburban neighborhood, with stores and schools and so forth. So it was kind of sprawly, spread out. And the supervisor for our county was very concerned about the crime wave going on in our community. So I went to talk to him, and we came up with some ideas, and we presented them to our city manager. And the city, actually, he was a volunteer in the community, just like all the rest of us. We were all volunteer community. His name was Charlie Ivy. And Charlie said, those are great ideas. What we need to do is get a group together, and which we did. 10 people got together that were concerned about the crime in our little unincorporated community, and we put together a neighborhood program where went out and helped neighbors. We didn't sit and just talk about the problem. We went out and called our friends, and we said, we got to get these neighborhoods together to stop the crime rate. Well, within 2.5 years, we reduced our own crime rate 48%, and that was without a police department. And the reason for that was, and this is typical in any city, most of the crime is committed by your own kids. Most of the crime is committed by the kids, and they are the most victimized too. So you need to look at your own statistics in your own community. Let me show you the book that Shirley Hankey and I wrote. This is called Alternative to Fear: Guidelines for Safer Neighborhoods. And we tell the whole story in this booklet on how we reduced our own crime problem 48%. And what happened now, that was published in 1975. Yeah, 74, 75, something like that. And it helped launch the National Neighborhood Watch program, because we went to see, the governor's wife, who was Nancy Reagan at the time. And we met with Nancy Reagan and her assistant. Her name was Nancy Reynolds. And they really liked the idea. It was a huge child organization that paid for the publication of that book, and they sent it out throughout the United States to police departments. And that's how that we helped launch the National Neighborhood Watch program. And Shirley Hankey and I even paid our own way to go to Washington, D.C. and say, we're worried that the police will assume too much power if they alone take over this project of neighborhood watch. We called it the Neighborhood Responsibility Program. Now listen to the difference. And when you say neighborhood responsibility, it's a whole different idea than when you say neighborhood watch.
Right.
So we were concerned about that. And as you saw with Ferguson, Missouri, that is one of the communities that's gotten out of balance. The police assuming too much power, and the citizens feeling powerless. The Safe Neighborhoods program for community leaders is on our website. So take a look at it. We have updated it. We've put CDs. We've done all kinds of easy information for anyone so that they can take charge of their own community safety. I wanted to share that with you and your listeners because it's time for our citizens to take more responsibility for their own community safety. And that will happen if they know what to do and how to do it. And that's what we've provided at safekidsnow.com.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.